that rocking.
I'm gonna get mine.
Alright, cool. I need to get my goddamn power cord. I needed it. Change this shirt out real quick.
The saving grace. You gotta use them, buddy.
Man, the streets running wild.
They're definitely wild in these streets.
Put this thing on chat only. I think I need to do chat only. I just need to get my damn charger and my shirt.
Oh yeah.
Get hit by down 411. It will swing immediately after each time. You would take a foot.
I don't know down. He's just swinging.
I hate to choose my but damn they're asking for it.
Hey, if he's asking for it, go ahead and give it to him. Who are you to deny this man what he wants?
I gotta do it.
Steve Harvey on this motherfucker, nigga.
Oh.
That nigga Steve Harvey. Oh shit.
No, I forgot that don't work.
What's going on with y'all out there in the chat, man? Man, it's been a long ass day. Nigga had another 12-hour day. 10-hour, 12-hour day or some shit. Shit is rather real. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got this goddamn shiny goddamn suit on. Like y'all remember them niggas used to have them goddamn shiny ass jeans back in the day? What the fucking happened to them shits? And Jabot jeans. Them motherfuckers is just no longer existent. I remember Jabot jeans, niggas used to think that was gonna be the goddamn the fad forever. Them shits have 24 pockets on them.
Hey, Juan, do me a favor for me.
Shit, we need to close this goddamn door too. Anybody want some cats? We got several of these.
Hey, Mike.
Yep.
You got me a bottle of water while you're out there?
Yeah.
Hey guys, free cats. Anybody want?
Motherfucker slick as a motherfucker, dog. I don't even know how this motherfucker got in. Fat mama, bring your ass here. No, don't be meowing like you ain't doing the right thing.
Okay, I got it.
No, where the fuck you going?
Whoa.
I got a goddamn show to do and you here goddamn. Yeah, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. You know you ain't supposed to be in the damn house. Probably got fleas and shit. What's wrong with you? Huh? What's wrong with you? Yeah, you don't want to look me in the face, no? Goddamn Garfield out there acting scared like you. Like somebody gonna, like Gio gonna step on him again with them big bear claws.
Oh no. Yeah,
That nigga's been
you almost
traumatized.
killed one of them kittens, man.
That nigga's completely traumatized. Oh shit.
So I guess that's why they were acting all scared when I went out there. They probably thought I was Gio.
Yeah, Gio stepped on one of them motherfuckers like the end of his damn life. The motherfucker only been alive for a week. Shit. I guess we're gonna crank this thing up, man. Hey, but you know, we got something we gotta start y'all off with real special, dear to my heart. You know what I'm saying? Words from a great man, you know what I'm saying? An individual.
What's up, Facebook?
An individual unlike anybody you ever known in your personal life. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely true.
What's up, Facebook? It's your friend.
That's right. Y'all hear it cranking up. What's going on with you? I'm telling him to tell you what's going on, bro. Listen, I can't even tell you what that shit is. That shit been fucking up for like 2 weeks, man.
What's up, Facebook? It's your friendly neighborhood, Norman Alexander. Sometimes you might be saying, gross. Okay, that's the other me y'all might not know about. Anyway, this is Norman Alexander, and y'all know, you know what I'm saying? There are things in life that's called the rules of engagement, and maybe some folks might know what I'm talking about. Some folks might not know what I'm talking about. But there are certain things you do, and there are certain things you don't do. So we live and we learn, and once you live and learn in life, when you understand and get to that level of learning what to do and what not to do, you'll know what to do, what to say, and how to think before you say it. So once you get to that part of doing all this stuff, you become the better person. You ain't got to have no gun, no sword, no lawyers, no none of that stuff. All you need is your high and mighty Father.
Check out your
and
boy
the experience and wisdom you gain. Utilize that to your advantage. You'll always do that. What that song be saying? Win, 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 no matter what. Utilize the common sense the Lord gave you, and you're guaranteed to win. Ultimate victory. Wise words from me.
You know what I'm saying? This nigga is a real one.
Knowing the storm.
100% real.
Hello, like Facebook. Bye.
That smile. You know what I'm saying? Bye. Bye, Norm. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with it one more time, though. Hit him with that one thing. Wait, where is it at? I can't even get back to it. Oh, hold on. We got a whole thing of Norman shit over here. We could have a Norman Alexander day in this motherfucker.
Oh, no, that does not need to happen.
Oh, shit. I did not know that shit had more than one video. Holla at your boy Norm the goddamn storm.
Hell.
You know what I'm saying? Holla at that one right there. Only a real one. Who all we got in this thing, man? What's going on, man? Listen, dog. We got a great show today. You have to excuse the graphics at the bottom, man. But I don't know what the hell happened between now and last week. The last time we was on here, some shit happened, but fuck it. You know, we're gonna make this shit work anyway. You know what I'm saying? Got the goddamn chair. Move that motherfucker out to the side. Let's move this shit up a little bit. Don't need niggas seeing below the green screen. You know what I'm saying? Now, what's going on with you? Your boy M.I. Sizzle here to kick it with you. Your boy Marty. Marty, what's been going on with you?
Good.
It's been 2 weeks, brother.
It has, man. Yeah, you know, I haven't been up to too much. You know, my normal post at work. I've just been watching these basketball playoffs. And,
Who you going for? Who you going for?
Man, I would like to see Cleveland get another ring before, you know, LeBron leaves or whatever. But
are you a LeBron fan?
I am actually.
I don't get into basketball, so I don't give a fuck.
I have a lot of respect for the man, like what he does on and off the court.
That's cool. That's cool. I ain't got no opinion about the motherfucker. I guess they say he's good, so I guess he's good. I don't know. You know, last time I watched basketball, Patrick Ewing was playing. Okay.
Oh Lord.
You know, he was getting dunked on by Shaq or some shit.
Getting dunked on by Scottie Pippen.
Scottie Pippen putting nuts in his mouth.
Probably like the most disrespectful dunk I've ever seen in basketball. Like,
a full-on Yule.
I mean, the man had full sack in his grill and just stepped over him like he wasn't shit. Like that was the most disrespectful dunk I've ever seen.
That's the only way to dunk. If you're gonna dunk, who dunks respectfully? The only way to do it.
I mean, but this was ridiculous. Like, you'd have to just look at the clip, but like,
let me see. Maybe I can find that shit.
It's really easy to find.
Carl, what's his name?
Just put Scottie Pippen dunks on Patrick Ewing or something like.
Puts nuts in the mouth of Patrick Ewing. Barblade, what's going on with you? Barblade say them Rockets is what he got. He got rocking with.
The Rockets got a good shot on winning this year. They're like, when they're on offensively and they're making their threes, they can beat any team in the league. Like, no contest. That's going to be a hard team for anybody to beat. They might beat Golden State this year. So
the Warriors just not that team this year?
No, the Warriors are good, but the Rockets are good too.
So that West Coast is goddamn Western Conference is goddamn actually jumping.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Like the East Conference, it just seems like there's hardly nobody ever in the Eastern Conference. Except for Cleveland. Who the fuck do they be playing against?
Well, it's kind of the way it shifted. Like, you had the East being really strong for a while with the Celtics and stuff, and like the Pistons, and then once all those people retired and stuff, you had a lot of teams in the West that were just sorry for a long time. Like Golden State was bad for a long time.
Okay.
Before they finally built the team. So that's the way it goes in pro sports. Like, you'll have periods where, since people are really good, they don't really get any draft picks, so they can't really add like superstars to their team for a long term, whatever. And then eventually, it'll come back around where the teams that are winning, their good players move on to different teams or they retire.
Why is his first shit popped up? I didn't even type his name in there that good. That shit popped up immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately.
This must have been a hell of a year.
Yeah. That was what they needed, Barblade. I agree. Like, James Harden was carrying too much of the burden, and then when, plus also James Harden is known to completely disappear during the playoffs at some point. So, like, taking that pressure off of him and having a second point guard who can run and set up plays and is also an offensive threat and everything. Yeah, that's definitely something that they needed. So, them getting Chris Paul was definitely the answer.
This looked like it might have been a threat back in the day.
Oh. Did you watch that video?
I'm watching it now.
You watching it now?
Taking it all the way back down for it. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Let's run this back. It got choppy a little bit. Hold on. What the fuck happened there?
Telling you, this is sheer disrespect. Like, it makes no sense.
And he's slapping up all his homeboys and shit.
Yeah.
That is not cool, brother.
That's some disrespectful shit. Like, dog.
That is not cool. Let's see that shit again.
I haven't seen somebody do that to somebody on the dunk.
Nuts in his mouth? Oh, no. And stood over him. He could see his balls. He could see his balls in that shit, Marty. Hold on. Let me see it one more good time. Run that shit back one more good time, Marty. Already played good D. Passed it through a nigga. Passed it back. Wow! Look at my balls, nigga. Look at my balls. That nigga, Patrick Ewing seen that nigga dick swinging. He said, man, hold on, get up, man, get up. Hold on, hell no. Then that nigga Scottie Pippen walked away, talked about, man, my bitch gonna cheat on me with Future in the future. That's for a whole nother goddamn segment, though, you know what I'm saying? That was super nasty. Look at that nigga, never been so pumped in his life. That nigga just got uglier. Patrick Ewing got uglier after that one right there, dog. Are they gonna show the replay? Look at the highlight. Boo on that nigga, yuled on him. Then he reached up and tried to grab a nigga balls. Let's run it back. Boo!
Afterwards, he fucking walked over, started talking shit to Spike Lee after the dunk.
You balls in his face. Hell no. God dang, destroyed that nigga just then, dog.
Telling you, man.
I ain't seen nothing like it. Shit.
As I said, man, that's the most disrespect I've ever seen in a dunk. Like, I haven't seen another dunk. They just completely disregard
human
the
life,
existence and worth of a man. The fucking dunk over.
He definitely
like
put
that.
his balls all in the nigga's face. That was horrible shit. I never seen nothing like that in all my days. That's like street ball the nigga just played right
Yeah,
there.
it just
like he was free balling on that nigga, dog. Horrible idea. Shit. Well, so what else you been doing during this time off, my G? Anything special been happening with you?
Nah, not really. Just playing video games and sitting at work and watching basketball. That's all I've been doing.
No,
I didn't really have much time for anything else. So.
Okay, well, you did tell me you went to go see, what was that, Infinity War, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I did get a chance.
Okay, so.
To see Infinity War.
Alright, hold on, let me let y'all know. Might be some spoilers. Might be some spoilers, you know what I'm saying? So, if y'all ain't seen Infinity War, fuck it. Just mute us and keep the views rolling. Until it look like you hear our mouth You read our lips and it look like we're not talking about anything Marvel because we about to talk about this Infinity War. What's going on, Fisty? What's happening with you, homie?
But yeah, I got a chance to watch it.
Tell me what you thought about it, homie.
It was pretty good. Pretty good. I enjoyed it. Definitely up there for one of my favorite, Marvel movies that they've had come out. But it was good. I liked what they did with most of the characters. Had a couple gripes about it, but it wasn't really big or anything. I just overall enjoyed it. The funniest part was just seeing the reactions of the people in the movie theater.
I could believe it. I could believe it. Listen, we went to the hoodest movie theater of all time, and niggas was not having that shit at the end. Niggas was not having that shit at the end. You know what? I think I did see it pop up, but I didn't get the chance to read it yet. Because I've been busy as hell at work all day. But I'm definitely going to get to it. It's about the tournament, right? Anyway, yeah, actually, if y'all hadn't seen it, man, I'm sorry to let y'all know. Almost all the niggas died, okay? Almost all of them. I mean, 3/4 of the Wakandan population disappeared. All the niggas you know and came to love over the years, out of here. Except for the handicapped one. You know what I'm saying? The nigga with the busted up back.
Don Cheadle.
The one nobody don't even really give a fuck about. He somehow manages to live.
No.
I don't know nobody ever be like, man, I'm finna go see the Avengers, man. That nigga War Machine. That's never the case. In fact, I don't believe that has been the statement out of any person's mouth. Even people I don't know. I don't think nobody's ever said that.
Hey, man, you got like... this man, War Machine, is just nothing. Like
that nigga War Machine. How do I put it? He ain't shit. Okay, that nigga ain't shit, and especially in the Marvel universe, the MCU. That nigga's garbage. You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do with that nigga, man? This nigga flies around. You got Tony Stark, then you got black version of Tony Stark, who's not even black version of Tony Stark. He just different color Iron Man. He don't got beams. This nigga got rockets. We got regular guns. Niggas regular guns is looking more professional and profound than this nigga's whole equipment. His shit look beat up and ragged. Y'all couldn't keep a nigga like Falcon. Falcon at least look like he's agile.
Yeah.
He can walk and shit. Without that
so that seems to be your big hang up.
I'm just saying. Listen, dog. They went out their way.
The fact that he can't walk on his own. He can walk though because he's wearing, the device Stark gave him.
Bruh, this nigga can go out his way to walk. They went out their way to go past the end scenes and credit scenes to kill the only other nigga in the universe that was worth anything. Went all the way through cutting a cut scene just to get rid of a nigga.
Yeah, I mean, they had to get that man Nick Fury up out of there.
Man, come on, man. Spider-Man got the fuck gone.
Yeah.
Them white folks did not like that shit at all. It was only like 6 white folks in the whole movie theater. Them niggas was gasping for air when that nigga Spider-Man disappeared. When that nigga Black Panther got the fuck on, all you heard was, "Oh, hell no!" That's all you heard. Then they got your boy Falcon.
That was the best part. When they started killing T'Challa and the Falcon. Oh my god. This one lady was like, "Oh hell no, I'm about to get the fuck up out of here." Man. They got my boy Black Panther and they only got him to do 2 motherfucking movies.
Listen, that nigga there.
Got him up out of it.
They was not trying to hear that shit at all in that movie theater.
I was in tears when this lady
If y'all have not seen Infinity War, or you have seen it, make sure you go to a hood movie theater and watch that shit. The best reactions you'll ever get in your life. Nothing but the best. Yeah, they might be coming back. They're probably coming back. I mean, most of us probably old enough to have read the comic, so yeah, they probably coming back. But still, at that moment,
yeah, it was. It's the thing you gotta understand until it's there. most of them people in there, particularly when we went to go see it in the hood theater,
them niggas was not reading no comic book.
They did not read a comic book.
Or half of them wasn't even alive when that comic book was out.
They just saw these black people just getting aced. Oh, hell no. And they were straight.
Like I said, I don't feel so good. Them niggas didn't feel good at all about that shit.
I mean, folks were literally walking out. I mean, like, there's still some of the movie left.
No, fuck that.
And they were just like, oh, fuck the hell no.
No, and then the best part is when niggas waited all through them credits. That
just to see
Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, oh, hell no. You just knew when you saw him.
Oh, man.
And then old girl disappeared. You knew what was up.
Oh, yeah.
You knew what was up. It's like, oh, okay. This nigga's getting the fuck up out of here, too. I'm surprised he was able to type some shit up that fast. It do lead up to that Captain Marvel movie. That might be alright.
I was pretty excited when I saw the Captain Marvel symbol. I really like Captain Marvel a lot, so...
Yeah, Captain Marvel's
one looking forward to her movie.
Yeah, she's one of those lesser known by the masses character. She's like a character that people have heard that name before. They don't know who the fuck it is. So I think when they come out with that movie, it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
But that junk definitely was my favorite part of the Avengers movie was the end. If I have to talk about some other parts I like, I did like that they focused a lot on Thanos and, like, you know, made the movie give you a sense of compassion for, you know, his plight and, you know, his plan and what he wanted to have done. You know, I guess that's like the way of Marvel now. They're trying to give you more of an empathetic feel towards the bad guy, even though you know he's doing some fucked up shit. You know, from his perspective, you know, when you look at stuff from people's perspective, you can see how they may not think that shit's fucked up. I mean, you know, his planet went to shit.
Yeah, so he just killed half the people on it. Just killed the people on his planet. Like,
no, he didn't kill him. He didn't kill them. They just died.
He killed them in the comics, but
in the movie.
But yeah, in the movie he didn't. Yeah, Thanos. They made Thanos pretty interesting. I like how they made him in the movie. It's considerably different from how it was in the comics and why he did what he did. Yeah, and it made for an interesting plot. Anyway,
I think it's interesting they didn't put Lady Death in there, but I think they can still bring her into the next movie. They can tie her in as that unknown reason as to, you know, what was the real reason behind it. You know, that's true until every bad guy has the reason. You know what I'm saying? Well, not every bad guy has a reason. Some bad guys are just crazy. You know. There's not too many good characters that they build off of characters that are only crazy and that's their only thing. But there are some characters, and especially in comics, like I don't think for the longest the Joker didn't really have a fucking plot. That motherfucker's just nuts. He just was killing niggas just to be killing them.
He was for a while, and then they tried to make it like, oh, well, he's actually like a representation of an introspective on Batman. Is like, well, Batman continues this entire thing because he won't just get rid of them, because he feels that he needs them to bust out again so he can go and fight them again and all this stuff. And I was like, no, that's kind of whack, but I don't really like Batman much. So.
Yeah, we was having a discussion about that earlier about these comics, some of the names these people have. Oh yeah, he did put them hands on that nigga Hulk. I didn't like that shit, but I understood it. You know what I'm saying? Because Hulk's one of my favorite characters, and that nigga got them doo-wops put on him real bad. Like, he thought he was doing something at first. Next thing you know, that nigga was laid all the way the fuck out, scared to come out for the rest of the damn day.
Yep. Had to beat his ass.
That was the nigga though. Nigga straight put the bar on that nigga Hulk.
Oh yeah.
How dare he say something?
Oh yeah, Hulk was like, that man Bruce was like, "Come on, Hulk, we need you, man. Come out." He was like, "I'm not taking another ass whooping like that.
I'm not taking no L,
man.
I'm not taking no more L, bro."
That was a huge L he took, like a huge L.
Oh, the streets watching that nigga.
No, I don't want to come out. Oh, dang.
What another thing that I really fuck with is everything that came out around that shit, like all the memes and shit that was coming out.
Oh no, those memes are reckless.
Super ridiculous. I mean, I done seen all kind of shit. I seen some shit with O.J. Simpson. I done seen some shit with goddamn Casey Anthony.
The Infinity Glove was the best. That nigga OJ. Like, wow.
The niggas was looking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the Casey Anthony one was ridiculous. That shit was, oh man.
I'm trying to figure out what the pixelating effect is so I can make one of these things. Because that shit there was the most hilarious shit I had ever saw. Let me see if I can pull up one of these things so y'all can see these shits. These things are actually the best shit I had ever seen since a nigga been... since I don't even know that I've seen anything else from Marvel related that have had better memes than this shit.
Oh man, that's one thing. Like, there's always someone out there looking at something and thinking of memes to use with that effect. Always. Always like that. Hey yo, what's going on, man?
What's going on with your pen? Nah, that nigga Hulk was not trying to have none of that shit. Oh, you said the Wong memes are the best, the one he be dipping out on folks?
Oh yeah.
Them are also pretty dope.
You about to do that? Man, that's crazy. Like y'all y'all take it easy. Yeah, that man literally was like, there's no one to defend my hood. I'm gonna go back there, y'all go handle Thanos. It's like,
I'm straight, y'all.
yeah, that man was extra.
What's been going on, man? Hey, man, I heard y'all about to go fight, brother. Hey, man, I think I left something on the stove. Yeah, I'll be out there in a second. Nigga never came back out.
Long out.
He just stepped in his little portal and went home. Well, fuck that.
Shit.
But hey, I mean, Thanos flying around the universe is acing folks. I mean, you gotta be like, well, I mean, I don't think I can beat him, so.
Oh, no, I found this one with that boy, what's his goddamn name? Steve Irwin.
Oh yeah, the one with the. Oh no.
These niggas are horrible, bro.
Oh yeah, that's savages. Absolute bloodthirsty savages. They don't care. These folks aren't even human, man. They're making these like they're just absolute savages.
Niggas are the worst, dog. Why would they even do this to a nigga, dog? Why would they do it to him? He didn't ask for it.
But man, like, the Steve Irwin death is just like the most bizarre thing that I think I've ever heard of. Because it's like, stingrays are normally so docile and stuff that like you could be swimming and just touch one and it probably just wouldn't do anything. Like, it would just keep going. But this one was just like, nah, buddy.
So the nigga just died.
And just stabbed him in the heart.
He
Like,
just decided he needed to die.
Oh, you know what it was, right?
well, no.
It was basically a feeding ball. They were feeding stingrays, and they got basically too excited, and one of them got down, get nervous, like, oh, you got too close, and stabbed him in the heart.
Oh.
Like he was in the middle of feeding.
Well, I didn't know that.
Segment.
Out there fucking with animals, bro.
You can't really clearly see. You have to really look to see which one it was that hit him, because all you see is him going numb, going limp.
No, we found that motherfucker. We found him.
He was wearing Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, that motherfucker was wearing the goddamn Infinity Gauntlet.
So terrible. Oh man, so terrible.
Crikey, I don't feel so good, mate. These niggas are horrible. Why are niggas doing it to folks, dog? That nigga disappeared immediately with the crocodile in his hand. I gotta find out what this effect is, man. This shit here is horrible.
It's horrible, so I have to find out.
Yeah, I gotta find this out, dog. These niggas are making the best shit I've ever seen.
I could be horrible too.
Of course. Look at this one. Why does one of your balls hang lower than the other? It is unwise to keep 2 Infinity Stones so close together.
Okay.
These niggas are great.
Oh my god.
Oh, y'all fighting Thanos? Wong disappearing on a nigga. Okay, this is too much, dog. These niggas are actually ridiculous. Not all disabilities look like this. Some look like this. I don't know what that is. It says view the list. You said, what's the name of this beat? Oh, this is just one of the beats from my album coming up. Oh, these niggas got Barney with the Infinity Gauntlet? Why are niggas doing it to us, brother? Why is it going down like this? Oh, that nigga about to throw Gamora over the goddamn edge? These niggas are highly ridiculous.
Yeah.
Put the tear on his eye? I've never seen nothing like it, dog. These people are extra savage in these streets, boy. Extra savage. Alright, well, I'm gonna get up off of that, man. God damn. That's nothing but great humor right there.
Oh, wow. Great humor.
Nothing but the best. Nothing but the best, man. Shit. But enough about that, man. We're gonna come in here and talk about some of the stuff that, you know, if y'all know us, man, you know me from Tekken. Y'all know Marty from coming over and playing Tekken sometimes on the stream. You know what I'm saying? Also from the show. And we were thinking about something. We're talking about people's personalities and, you know, how it works with Tekken. If y'all would check out our Let's Talk Tuesday Twitter page, we have a poll going on right now. It'll continue to go on until tomorrow. But pretty much the question we were asking folks were, you know, do you think that the character that you choose is reflective of who you are and how you operate in life, pretty much? We found here around the Atlanta area that essentially that is how it is for a lot of folks. There is some comparison that is made to most everybody we know that plays the game. And we're just kind of curious, you know, like how do you feel? Do you ever draw similarities? Marty, do you think that you have any similarities to, even not just in Tekken, but in any character that you pick?
I do with certain characters, like, I mean, usually when I pick fighting game characters, there's like something about them aesthetically I like. It's like whether, you know, I think some guy has like a cool weapon, or like I think some female character looks hot or something. Like, there's just like something aesthetically about it. But I mean, in some cases I do. Like, I just gotta do with Jin, because I guess me as an individual, I like to, I guess, be pretty well versed in like a vast number of, you know, topics. Like, I can talk about a vast number of topics, or, you know, things like that. And I enjoy learning a lot of different things and being in different situations. And so like Jin is a well-rounded enough character where no matter what situation he's in Tekken, you always have like a good answer or something you can do about it, or something that somebody has to be like, okay, I need to look out for this. Like I can't just run up on him. Like I have to, you know, respect this character.
That's
and
true.
So that's kind of like, I guess you want to tie it like that. That's kind of how I like to live. You know, being able to work around in any situation, or as many situations as I can. And Jin is a well-rounded character. So.
All right. I know for myself personally, I know that I'm known to really like learning, you know what I'm saying? And I know with every character that I've ever picked, except for in Super Turbo, characters I normally pick, they have like this learning curve that is either it is a steep learning curve to be very, very good with them at a high level of play, or if there's not a steep learning curve, for the basic stuff, there's a lot of options that they lack that most of the rest of the game, people in the games have access to. That happens more so in my 2D games where I play like Balrog. I play people like Guile. Characters that are never sorry, but you definitely have to like use your brain to make them very effective because their main stuff people are already straight on. Like people instantly learn how to beat the bullshit, and then there's stuff they have to deal with. Like I always known, I didn't play much Street Fighter 5, but I know in all other Street Fighters, like knock Balrog Guile down, motherfuckers can't get up. They stuck on the ground for the rest of the fucking match until they can get the fuck up out. Do I like the struggle? Yeah, I guess I'm accustomed to struggling. So I don't know if I like the struggle. I don't think that when people pick characters that they're inherent, I don't think they're choosing them based off of their personality. I think the way that they play the games pretty much is dictated by how they run their life. So, good example being, I think we talked about this before. We know like our homeboy Clint the Beast. Mm-hmm. He's normally picks characters that have, good 50-50s and, good mimics and, not mimics, good gimmicks. And, just stuff that makes it unfamiliar to you. So, because you're unfamiliar, he likes to find the little cheap, easy way to goddamn beat a nigga down, Yeah. And he also, I guess he kind of lives his life like that. Like he's not like he's a cheap person, but he just kind of likes, to do the bare minimum to get the most maximum results out of the bare minimum. He picks Paul. He was probably the best Paul player for the longest in America. And I mean, we all know what Paul is. 2-move man. You know what I'm saying? Even more so back in the day. And he was a master of it. You know what I'm saying? He was able to, take them 2 moves. Probably even less back then because he wasn't such a multifaceted character. He was back then. He was pretty much. You doing a demo, man. Yeah, you doing demo. You doing a death list. Yeah, or you're doing goddamn death list. It's pretty much how it was gonna roll. You got a lot of people who, like, okay, I give you a boy Geo. He plays with. You would think Geo would be an only grappling ass nigga, but that's not really how he lives his life. He's a foot to the floor type nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's balls to the wall. He's all the way up turned. You know what I'm saying? You might see some of his Twitter posts. He's really about it. Like he's all in all the time. And and then with that you see like his Tekken Choice character is a character that is completely all in, who just happens to be a little more safe in this game than in normal situations, but he plays her very all in. He doesn't play her to the very safe degree so much as he likes to just, I'm going with this shit. It's going to get me out of all your shit, and I'm going for the gusto. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. That's kind of how he likes to play. He's definitely all in to try to win it. Yeah, he's trying to do whatever he can.
There's actually something I forgot about. So, in Tekken 6, I played Lei, and the reason I played Lei,
cheating like a motherfucker.
Yeah, cheating like a motherfucker with that super mid tier character. But anyway, but there's actually a specific reason why I played Lei. It's because I studied Shaolin for years as a kid, and so with the style he uses, home guard with like the 5 animals or whatever, it's something I was really familiar with, and so having studied it, so I was like, oh cool, and that's kind of like why I gravitated towards that character.
That's what's up. So. And sometimes it's like that. Sometimes it's just things that have been in your life that happen to make you gravitate towards a character. Like I know Lil Majin, he always says that he picked King up because he's a big wrestling fan. So he always goes for grappling characters. my reason for picking King, I like the character, you know, and also I was a wrestling fan. What I think gets more to the intricacies of how a person plays the character, how they play a game, is more so that's representative of who you are. Because a lot of people who like to take the easy way out, they go for the top tier characters. If they're some people won't go for top tier if the character requires a lot of work. You know, some people will go for top tier if it's the easiest shit to do. And I find that, you know, it's pretty common when I see somebody play a character for a long ass time, or if I see how they play a game for a long ass time, and then I parallel it with how their life is lived. A lot of the times, it's almost it's super consistent. It's not exactly apples for apples, but it definitely is not apples for oranges. You know, it might be apples for crab apples. You know what I'm saying? It might be red apples for green apples, but it's pretty close. You know, it's there's so many situations like that. I can give you a good example. Like we had Wing Zero. He lived a fairly balanced life for the most part, but he did like to find any kind of shortcut he could find.
Oh, he loved it.
Yeah. He loved to goddamn find a shortcut in life, and ironically, he would always find characters that had everything, that were balanced, but they had some cheap shit about them that was really super gay. And it's kind of funny how that just paralleled, like, you know, it's so much stuff like that. People who, like we had a dude named L Dog, you know, shout out that boy Lionel. He played Law, and he was just like he was a type of person that just was, you know, he always into some shit, you know, always making brash decisions, and that's how he played the game. You know, he was the 1, 2, 3 down 2, 3 type of Law that you see online all the time. You know what I'm saying? He was the one trying to drag and tell you, doing stuff for the big reward that would just definitely get him killed if you just were any kind of patient, not thinking a whole lot about what he was doing, just doing stuff. And so he picked a character that allowed him to do that, you know, that allowed rush down, and I'm not really going to think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to flow chart some shit, and it may or may not get me out of this shit. I don't know how the outcome's going to be, but this is what I'm going to do. And, you know, it's a lot of people that I think if people even look back at like how they play the game, maybe not even just their character, but how you go about playing the game. If you don't give much care to the win in your life, you probably play unsafe as fuck, looking for big payoffs with the least amount of moves.
Yeah, I mean, there is some truth to that. I know I can even use myself as an example. I mean, you've played me in enough fighting games to know that like I'm a kind of stand back and wait, defensive oriented type of player, and so like that's kind of how I live life, I guess. Like I like to be cautious and have, you know, I guess as much information as I can on something before I try to like go in and make a move on something, or, you know, go to that next step. Whatever. Like I like to make sure that I'm prepared.
Yeah, you don't want to just dive into some bullshit.
Yeah, because I feel like, you know, if you make too rash of a decision, you know, it can really cost you. And so, you know, I don't really like to swing a whole lot in fighting games, for example, unless I know it's going to hit or I'm doing it for some specific purpose, like I'm trying to whip this to bait somebody or something like that. But just for me to just go up and just start attacking or whatever, like it's not really
your forte.
It's not really what I like to do. I don't like to go in blind to things.
I understand that. And I mean, even myself, I think about the way I play games. You know, I like to analyze. I analyze stuff in real life. Like I'm an analytical person. I like to sit back, take it all in, and then, you know, deal with it the way I see fit. And that's, I don't really try to let a whole lot get to me, except for online teching, but that's a whole nother, topic. Literally a whole nother topic. But, you know, for the most part, you know, I just kind of pick my shots. I like to learn, and like you said, like we're very similar in that aspect. Like we like to gather as much information about stuff as we can before we go diving into it. Oh, you say I fight completely the opposite of you, Intelligente? Hey man, listen. That's how it be. That's how it be sometimes, man. You know. Oh, did you got anything? Oh, that boy done powered up over there. That boy Mr. 96 powering up over there.
Mr. 96 and ranked up.
Yeah, fuck his back. Give me your shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's just a pretty interesting subject. I think people, if you, like I said, if you go on and do any kind of analysis on your gameplay, maybe you think about how your life is lived. Are you one of those people who you worry about everything in life? People who worry about everything in life, they are too afraid to do anything in the fighting game, you know, or you know they just cower down. You know, they don't do nothing. They just get ran over.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do about it. And then they just be like, well, fuck it, I just give up. You know?
That is something I know I struggle with sometimes is all, I guess, overthink a situation. And when in reality, I needed to just stick something out to just stop someone from just running
them up.
Yeah, but I'll be like, oh, well, I don't want to, you know, stick this out because he might do this, I might get counter hit with this or whatever, and then, because I found out last time I played when I was just like sticking stuff out, it was working. And so I was like, okay, well, I need to do this a little bit more, and you know, and not be just so pensive all the time on certain things. But yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that in myself.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
It's just it's so much that can be learned just from like playing these video games. You know, you would think on a surface level, people think video gaming is strictly you're going in there, you're playing. You know, it is fun. You know, it definitely is fun when you have good competition, especially in fighting games. But there's so many layers to fighting games that people just don't even consider.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and how things can layer into your life. How you can take things you learn from your fighting game experience and apply it to other things in your real life and have similar outcomes. You know, I noticed this, like I said, over time playing in Tekken. You know, things that I comprehend about the game have helped me comprehend and deal better in real life. Like, you know, not jumping, you know, maybe prioritizing budgets and shit in my life, right? You know, I think about frames and what kind of setups with my frames. I know I don't got so many frames. I know that it keeps me from putting myself in danger in the game. And so, you know, I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to do this and this. I'm going to chill and cut back on this because I don't want this other option to happen. I get counter hit and lose all my life. Mm-hmm. Well, I take that to the bills and, you know, it's like, damn, I got this money and this money. I could pay for this and that, but I don't want to spend money on this because that will leave me in the negative in the pockets. And then when this bill comes in, I'm going to be fucked. You know what I'm saying? Now, just like in Tekken, some unforeseen occurrence could happen, and I could still lose my life and end up in a bad situation. Or, you know, maybe because of my good planning, you know, I may end up with a killer whiff punisher or more money in my bank account, depending on the situation. You know, it's just stuff like that you know, it really ties in together, but you have to be slightly more analytical about you know, just being analytical and self-aware. You tie those things in together, you could actually see how just gaming in general, I like to say especially Tekken, because it requires so much discipline to be really good at it, or a lot of luck, I guess. You know, depending on who you play.
Either or.
Yeah, depending on who you are and who you playing. And you know, you just take that and you just kind of apply it to your life. Obviously, you won't live by the way you play Tekken completely. Like I said, it's not a mirror image, but you know, it can be a reflection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. And I know, like, since we had that conversation a while back, I have kind of looked at, you know, some other people around, like, you know, the Atlanta community, and seeing what characters they play and kind of how they, I guess, conduct themselves, you know, in day-to-day life. And yeah, it's kind of funny sometimes, like some of the similarities you see and stuff. It's definitely interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've always thought it to be one of those interesting things that I've noticed, and it's kind of like, you know, I don't even know if people notice that about themselves. You know, I think when I have this conversation about people, with people, I think that they don't even realize it about themselves, but they can normally see it in other people. You know, which is, I guess, is a stepping stone, starting place.
I mean, you know, it's kind of hard for people in general to be kind of self-aware, I guess, because it requires you to sit down and really criticize and take cracks at, you know, yourself.
Yeah, and niggas is saying, hell no, nigga, really hell no, I'm not being self-reflective, nigga. That's not me. Yeah. I would never do no hop kick just because I'm a noob. I would never noob out the noob out. You know what I'm saying? I would never just jump up out the goddamn blue and do a hop kick in real life. You know what I'm saying? Although, nigga, I did dive headfirst into that pussy and I did not put no condom on. Hop kick right into a baby. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that happens all the fucking time. People just aren't making those correlations. You know what I'm saying? You ain't calculating shit, it can always come back on you. It'll always come back on you.
It can, that's true.
Hopefully I'll stay out that goddamn dugout, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely, I try to goddamn keep my hop kicks to a minimum. A little bit. Unless I know
I think you learned your lesson over the years, hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, because that crazy pussy almost got a nigga in body.
Yeah. You almost...
I almost did some real horrible shit that time, but... So, while we talking about things that are tech and related, y'all heard me mention about this damn salt. Let me tell you about the salt, man. The salt is super real. Okay, the salt is nothing to play with. The salt will have you on your deathbed, both on a video game and in real life. Controllers splattered across the fucking floor. You know what I'm saying? Holes in the wall. I done seen all kind of shit happen because the nigga was salty. Only place that'll make you salty more than goddamn child support or goddamn the cops pulling your ass over.
Or throw up in the bag.
Online Tekken. Okay? Online Tekken will get you super salty. I can't believe that I be super salty playing online Tekken and I know it's niggas doing online shit. But that brings us to our next topic, which is basically, you know, online versus offline. Like, are you really good? Are you good as you think you are? You know what I'm saying? And it's a legitimate thing. Yeah, it is. You know, because when it comes down to playing Tekken, man, listen, folks be playing these online games, and in fighting games, it's more so an issue than anything. Because while I do know in shooter games, the worst feeling is to shoot a nigga and see him die, only for that nigga to run by you and blow you away. You know, that is very much the worst shit because the nigga's laggy as fuck. But let me tell you about Tekken Online. Tekken is a game that's mostly built off of your reactions to stuff. Some guessing, but mostly built off of your reactions to things once you get to a certain level. Playing online Tekken, the most heart-wrenching, salt-bringing activity I've had ever in my life.
That shit is so funny. Like, I don't...
That junk is the worst. And then it's like a type of salt that is also a crack, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It keep you drawn in. Like a nigga can't just walk away from that shit. Be like, man, this nigga know he's sorry. Nigga doing Dragon Tail. A move I know I can block that shit offline. I know I can block it offline. Go into practice mode, put that nigga on Dragon Tail, block it no matter what the fuck going on. Nigga Dragon Tail you online, never blocking that shit. And then they always do that shit right when it's gonna kill you. Like, they don't do this shit to let you know, like, listen, I'm about to cheat the fuck out you. So just be aware that I'm gonna cheat the fuck out you. You know, maybe you could goddamn prepare yourself for the start-up frames of this shit and duck out the way. No, niggas want to do the most cheating shit they could think to do in life. Niggas will throw you to death. Know you ain't got the window to break the shit. Niggas will do them lows. Them low moves be making me so salty. I done lost to a nigga doing down back 3 with Dragon off non-stop. Do you know how salty I was? And then the worst part was a nigga would do the sweep into the throw, and because I was just getting ready to duck the sweep, when this nigga went into the throw would catch me, and I wouldn't have time to break the shit because I'm thinking I'm gonna crouch and stand back up like I would do in real fucking life. Let me tell you something, man. That shit is the worst shit a nigga ever experienced in his life. Online tech can get a nigga all the way in the salt. Worst feeling I ever had in my entire life. Okay, online teching. And that brings me to the question of like, are you really as good as you think you are? Now, Marty, I know you don't fuck with online teching like that.
Oh, I don't fuck with online fighting games, period. Like, what is it? Joe Grizzly brought up a good point. Like, playing too much online for any fighting game can affect what you do offline. Like that's why I don't do it. Like when Street Fighter 4 had come out or whatever, I had tried playing a little bit online. Like when Super came out, rather. I didn't have a PS3, I don't think, when the original version came out. When Super came out, I tried to play online a little bit. I played like a couple of matches and I was like, now I'm straight. Because it's like you said, fighting games, you know, not just Tekken, but fighting games in general are based on your reactions to things and also based on your knowledge of how the game works. And so if I block something and I'm like, oh, this is like -5 or whatever, I get this. Well, if I'm playing online, whatever, I can't even practice my punishes because by the time I block it and I go to attack this person,
the worst shit.
They duck my attack or they block my attack or they counter my attack or something. I'm like, man, that's supposed to be -5. I'm supposed to be able to punish this shit. But with the latency of playing online, whatever, I can't even practice how to actually play the game. So in my opinion, you know, and I've said it before, playing online is not the greatest way to practice. It lets you get away with a lot of things that you wouldn't normally be able to do. And that's the reason why more often than not, you see people who play online all the time and that's all they do is play online. They'll go to an offline tournament and just get waxed because like...
toe out the frame.
They're trying all these things. They're like, oh yeah, I can always hit people with this dragon tail online. And they do it, and they're like, whoa, he just blocked it immediately, and oh, he hot kicked me, and then they just get killed.
Now listen, I experienced this firsthand at Alabama tournament this past weekend, right? I was playing this Kuma player. Online, Kuma players be cheating the fuck out of folks, right? They be hitting folks with that hell sweep. Niggas be doing them goddamn 2-part moves that go to a low or a mid. That shit is not a mix-up. Do you know I played a nigga online? At this tournament, I blocked every single hell sweep on reaction. It got to the point where I didn't even attack the nigga. I just got the life lead and just backed up and let him try to do whatever he could do. Nigga couldn't do nothing. And then he'd try to run up, back up, run up, back up, run up, stop, and try to hell sweep. No, nigga, it was not hammer time. Okay, I was touching your ass. You know what I'm saying? Giving him the goddamn gut check. Whop, 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 every single time. Nigga try to go for that slow ass hell sweep. Nigga, you're not Kazuya. You're a big ass bear. No moves look like this shit. Online, can't block that shit to save my fucking life. Ever. Ever. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm with y'all, man. Listen, I don't play online to win. Okay? I just play online to practice some stuff and see what people are willing to do.
But see, like that's my whole thing about it though. It's like you're not getting the practice that you need because you can't even practice doing the things that you need to do during the match because you're like, well, I can normally punish this. I need to practice this punish. Well, you're not gonna practice it online because you're not gonna punish the shit. Like you're gonna get it blocked or like, you know, because of the latency, you're not gonna be able to do what you need to do. And yeah, I guess we are kind of spoiled, Lauren. Like and I've said this before as well, but we're really fortunate in the Atlanta area to have the community that we have
for all fighting games.
Yeah,
Really.
for all fighting games, like not just Tekken, but for all fighting games we have, because there's so many people to get sessions with offline. You don't need to rely on, oh well, I need to get some Tekken practice in. Let me log on PSN and go try to find some people to fight, or like,
Man, listen
let me go turn my PC on so I can go play some people in Tekken or whatever. It's like, you can actually, we just have a meeting place, which is here.
Yeah.
We have a meeting place.
Tekken house. Get
Tekken
your
house,
shirt,
baby.
you know what I'm saying?
We can just meet at the Tekken house and get games in with strong players.
Yeah, that's why I try to be the most welcoming to folks, because I be feeling like, man, y'all niggas need to come play for real. I be hating to see a nigga get away with winning with some shit I know is sorry. I hate that. Like a nigga running around doing junkyard combo. That shit get parried offline nearly 99% of the time.
Yeah.
Folks be doing fucking dragon tails. Niggas be doing snake edges. And them shits be working when you ain't doing nothing but standing there. I seen Gio today got hit by the Lings. Oh, Ling is the worst. Oh my fucking god. What a bitch. What a fucking bitch. Ling is such a trash ass goddamn online character. This motherfucker will do sidestep 3, cancel 4. You'll get hit by shit by online every single fucking time. Every time. Do you know you have to have just was not going to block that sidestep 3 ever to not get hit by that shit. That shit make me so salty, dog. I remember one time I was playing a nigga. I gave a nigga like 6 ranks online because I just couldn't believe this nigga was gonna keep doing this shit. Nigga kept doing it, dog. I was too salty to pull myself away because I had to make sure the nigga was going to stop at some point. That nigga did not stop.
I mean, to that person's credit, they are doing one of the main things that you should do in a fighting game when fighting an opponent.
Win.
Well,
exploit
that, and using a move until your opponent shows that they can stop it.
I feel you, but that is not a fucking move. Okay, that's not a move that you can. And then I be hating because it's like, nigga, you know that shit's trash. You know if you play this shit offline, that shit'll get blocked. And that's the worst offenders are niggas that I played offline before, and I know they good at the game, and they would never do this shit offline playing me. Them niggas get online, niggas be cheating the holy fuck out of niggas.
It's a different game.
Niggas be throwing me left and right. Niggas be doing big ass sweeps.
Do all the
like,
sweeps.
man, come on, you know this shit is garbage. You know you wouldn't even risk your life trying this shit.
But hey, they're playing a different game. Like that's what it is. Playing online video games, specifically fighting games, whole other game. Like,
bro, but the goddamn,
it's a different game, man.
The habits, you're gonna start developing them habits, though.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a L than develop a horrible habit, bro. What if I run around doing king big ass low chop? Like that shit,
the big punch.
Yeah, like that shit is good. That shit's so sorry, it ain't even good online. But some niggas will get hit by it. But if I start thinking that shit was a good move, I started running around doing it, niggas would tear me out the frame for doing that stupid ass shit.
Yeah. All right, Mike. Do you think it works the other way too? You play people online that you beat the brakes off of. You play them in person in a tournament, and then you get destroyed.
That I played? No, not that I played, because I play online Tekken to the best ability. If you play me online, you're probably getting the worst version of me. But yes, that definitely happens all the time. People that you could beat the brakes off of. That's essentially what I'm saying. This has happened to me in 2 tournaments. The other day I was playing online, maybe like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, playing online against somebody who was playing me with Dragunov. Motherfucker was doing the sweep. Nigga was throwing me. Nigga was doing all the shit that I could not stop. I end up playing this nigga in a real life tournament within the same week. I didn't even know this was a person from Atlanta. In the same week. winners finals. This nigga won barely won 1 round of 3 matches. Doing the same shit, getting them clean, because I could actually move, I could actually sidestep, I could block shit. So I know that there is a vast difference, because I couldn't beat that nigga online to save my fucking life. That nigga demoted me twice. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, golly. That's why I don't be giving no fucking problems to these. But when people be telling me, hey man, you just gonna give up all your rank? Like, fuck it, take the fucking rank. You know what I'm saying? Go and get that shit. You know what I'm saying? This shit means that much to you. Take the fucking rank. This shit is trash, okay? Nigga, you're not honing your skills doing the bullshit you're doing. Now there is some gray areas in there where people are doing shit that can kind of work offline, but it's not as good as it is online. I make concessions for that because that's just online. You know, you're not gonna get the perfect shit. But when niggas get to pulling out the fucking cheating ass shit, nigga, I draw the line there. I'll be extra straight. What's going on, Subtle Puddle?
They talking about doing all the sweeps, like
all the sweeps,
all the grabs.
You know who Alyssa players also very guilty of that shit. Yeah. Them motherfuckers do that big ass sweeping low or the other one that knock your ass down. Bruh, them shits are super seeable offline. Online, I get hit by them shits all the time. I be so salty. And it be the reason that a nigga come back and win. Because he'll knock you down with that shit, get the Oki, your back be turned, motherfucker hit you with a combo, or you stay on the ground and hit you again, shit take full damage. Extra trash. As far as the Tekken House shirt, you can get one as of right now. You can just in the whispers send me your email. I got some people that send these shirts out too anyway. I think Barblade one of them. But no fist together, I gotta send them one out. But and I'll give you the information for it if you hit me up in the whispers. Yeah, the sweep and grabbing, doggy. Well, that shit is the
grab, doggy. What's going on, man?
That is the bane of a nigga's
Tekken special.
Listen, dog, that is the bane of my existence.
Serving
bro.
It up, dog.
And I always be hating that shit because I be like, man, they be having such good characters that have actual real mix-ups. Them be the niggas that want to grab you the most. I'm like, bro, you got an actual mix-up in this laggy ass shit. You don't want to go for the Death Fist or the Demolition Man, but you'll throw the fuck out of me.
You want to throw somebody?
Yeah, like, what's the sense in that? Because if I duck the throw, I'm going to launch you just like I'm going to launch you if I block Demolition Man. You might as well go for your mix-up. Throws are way less useful than a goddamn sweep.
But not online, I guess.
Online, that shit will throw a nigga.
To throw him to death. Like,
throw a nigga to death.
Nothing, so.
That shit make me so salty, man. I don't even be understanding. Y'all don't understand the level of salt I be having. It's not from losing. It's from just knowing niggas is sorry and losing to them. Like, bro, you're sorry as fuck. You know, sometimes nigga might call somebody sorry because he was goddamn lost. And he don't like that he lost. Yeah. Not when you know that a nigga's sorry as fuck. Okay, it's like the nigga that you playing Street Fighter, that nigga only shoot fireballs because it's lagging, you can't jump over them shit. That junk would make you furious.
And yeah, Barblade, that's what we're talking about. Like, you play in arcades or whatever, you just play live, you can block the loads, you can break the grabs, all that stuff. You can blow the people up for doing this stupid shit. It's like playing online. That's why, like, I remember I was playing Street Fighter 4 online back in the day, and like, I think somebody did a light DP and whatever, and it's like -10 or whatever, which I get to just like go ham on somebody.
In Street Fighter, -10 is get a nigga the fuck up out of here.
Get them the fuck up out. And then I tried to do a punish, and they just blocked it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I literally just quit the match. Like the match hadn't even been going long. Like, it was fairly even. Like, first round, I blocked that DP.
Made a nigga rage
punish, and I was like, boop, I'm done.
Make a nigga rage.
Yeah, I was done with it. I was like, that's stupid. Why am I playing this crap if I can't practice for real? There's no point. I'm wasting my time. And that's what I kind of view it as. Like, you know, but again, the reason I view it like that is because I live in the area that I live in. Because I'm like, fuck this. I'll just go play some people in Street Fighter. I don't have to deal with this crap.
No.
Now, I mean, you know, there are situations where you're forced to play online or whatever, and if you got to do that, you do what you got to do. But like, when you have the opportunity, go practice the game for real. Like,
and it's funny because, like I always tell people, in DR, Tekken DR, the reason I got my name, and a lot of Atlanta was always jumping in Tekken, but like the second generation of Tekken, the reason that we got our names out there is because we were online masters. Like, we was beating the brakes off of everybody online. But that was a time where there was a code of ethics on how to play the game. And if you weren't playing by the ethics, niggas would out you super fast, and you'd be on a blacklist. Nobody would even play your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, what's going on with your what's his name? Dobinator. What's going on with you, homie? What's happening, bro? Like I was saying, you know, but at that time people were not running around trying to cheat your ass to win. There was a nigga named Ziggy Field. Nigga was trying to cheat the fuck out of folks. But for the most part, you know, people played by a code of ethics. That shit has long since been out the window. Niggas do not give no fuck about that ethics shit. Niggas are only trying to win at all costs. And it's for a prize that is meaningless if you didn't get it the right way. There's no point in getting, you know, Mighty Ruler, Fujin, Tekken Lord, if you cheated your way to the top. What's the point of that? Just to say you did it? I guess it gets you some online clout.
Hey, get you some online clout. Then, you know, see, Mike, this is what you gotta realize, bro. You gotta realize this. You get the rank, right? You get the rank online. Then people are like, oh shit, look at this dude. He's Mighty Ruler, he's Fujin, or whatever. People start wanting to watch you play. Then, since you got the people wanting to watch you play, and the sponsors are like, look at this guy. Like, he's attracting a lot of attention. Let's go talk to this person. Get the spot. See, that's kind of what it's about now.
The setup.
Yeah.
The setup.
Yeah,
okay.
the setup.
Okay, we digging into something deeper now. Okay, yeah. I understand that. Nigga, I'm gonna fuck you up, but I'm gonna cheat you. Then I'm gonna make all the people that should be watching you, they gonna watch me because I'm actually winning. Okay.
Yeah, because
and they don't have a clue that I'm cheating the fuck out of you.
Yeah, because look at my rank. Like, you know, there's a sect of people, and I'm part of like some groups on Facebook. A whole lot of people, like, you know, this is for Street Fighter 5, but like they care a whole lot about their online rank. They're like, yeah, man, just made Super Diamond or whatever it is, blah blah whatever. Like, whole lot of people care about that. Oh, brother, don't. Got that hump, brother?
That hump. That hump. Shout out to Sims. Shout out to that nigga Sims. The lumber.
Like, that'll never not be funny. Like, I can't. Oh man.
Oh man, you in recovery? What you in recovery for, homie?
Oh man. Oh.
Did somebody put you in the hospital from online assault? That shit has happened to me way too many times. Okay? Listen, man. The hump.
But yeah, Lauren, like they, you know, they go hard for their rank, but I'm telling you, that's the way it works. Like, a whole lot of people care about that online rank, and then they'll be wanting to watch people play because it's like, oh man, this guy's like Super Diamond. He's I think it goes up to Ultra Diamond and then something else. I don't remember, but it's like, yeah, he's so and so ranked, or like this person's Fujin now, or like blah blah whatever, and so like they'll want to see these people play.
Behind that shit.
Yeah. So it's definitely it definitely can attract viewers. Definitely, like it can attract people to you. And so I know a lot of people like to cheat people, and then plus also people just like to, you know, oh, you got shot on duty. I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that, my G. You know what I'm saying? The streets is wild out there in LA.
Oh no, not
Fisty Gat. No, Fisty Gat and what you call it, man?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, Dovinator. Mm-hmm. Apparently he's a cop.
Oh shit.
He's a cop in LA. He got shot on duty, so he's in recovery or whatever. So.
Yeah, man. Keep your head up, man. Keep your leg up. If they got your leg elevated. You know what I'm saying?
But
Hope for a speedy recovery.
definitely.
Listen,
But
man,
yeah.
that online, I'm gonna be sitting right next to you. Next time I play online Tekken,
From
be
his heart
laid up.
attack.
I'm gonna be laying right next to a nigga. Goddamn, we're gonna be trading stories about online Tekken. The worst shit a nigga ever saw in his life. Okay, I played this shit. Look, don't get me wrong. I have a lot of fun playing that shit. Except when I get salty, then that shit is the most corrupting thing of all time. That will corrupt your fun immediately. That shit will be corrosive, eating away. But you won't be able to put that shit down because that shit will keep you enthralled in the salt.
I mean, it's always funny for me to watch you play online.
That shit does not be
Yeah,
funny to
that shit
me,
is
but I'd be
hilarious.
salty as a motherfucker.
Oh man, y'all don't know, man. Like this, sometimes this dude is. Oh my god, it has me in tears. It has me in tears with the fault.
Y'all will always notice that my rank be changing, but y'all never notice how my rank got that way. That's because I be playing this shit offline. I couldn't play this shit online. Y'all have a whole nother idea of the type of person I am. Cause I be cussing these niggas out. I be walking away from the fucking game. I just be giving up. I be doing all kind of shit that's not sportsmanlike. Okay, so that shit is definitely trash.
Oh, it was a stolen vehicle and the guy got out and shot you? Damn.
Oh, that's fucked up, huh? Listen, man. You got a job. I couldn't do it. Several reasons I couldn't do it, but that's one of them. I'm not trying to get shot up. But I try to pull a nigga over and give him a goddamn, tell him this, what is this, a blinker is out?
Yeah, got a broken tail light or something.
Like, hey man, listen dog, you ran that stop sign. Nigga blow me away. Don't even let me finish saying sign. Hey man, you ran that, blah! Told me out the frame. You say you see me online all the time but not streaming? Listen, cause if I was online Tekken and I was streaming, that shit would be, y'all would love it probably.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Y'all would probably love that shit. I
y'all,
would forget that the stream
it's hilarious.
existed. I would forget the stream existed. I'd be cussing folks out. And I know some of these people be watching the damn stream as I'll be cussing them out while I'm watching them on the stream, while they're watching. I don't want to do that to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I would not want to do that to none of y'all. Because then y'all be like, man, this nigga Mike's an asshole. Like, I am an asshole, but fuck it, man. Your ass is cheating the fuck out of me. Nigga, you don't even know that shit is good. That shit is not good. That shit is trash. You're trash. You know what I'm saying? I would be really, really in the salt. I've been forgot that I'm on the stream. So I just try to keep the stream off, man.
Oh, man.
Some days it'd be real bad. It'd be real bad. I done got so salty before. I let a nigga win 3 rounds straight. Now, I let a nigga win a round. Then I pressed the goddamn continue shit and just decided, fuck it, and went to the bathroom. Let him win another 3 rounds. Not giving no goddams about the rank. Then come back and press the shit again and then walk towards the nigga. Niggas be like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? Like, man, just take this shit. This shit's so important to you. Take this fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit have a nigga super salty. Alright then, Fisty.
Alright, Fisty, take it easy, man. Oh, man. Get so salty, you just fucking give a nigga a rank, just don't even care anymore.
Listen, bro, that shit there make a nigga the most salty. People ain't really seen me mad. I guess I don't really get mad. I'd be very disappointed, but the salt is super real.
I've only seen you get mad online. I've only seen you get mad like twice, and I saw it one time at the old house do something.
Yeah,
I won't get into now, and then. Online Tekken. That's really like the only time.
Online Tekken get a nigga furious, man.
Like the only time I see you.
I'll be so furious, man. I just be like, man, y'all niggas here, boy, y'all are trash. And I'm not saying it from like an arrogant point of view. It's just niggas just be garbage. I mean, come on, man. You know you cannot do that shit. I done legitimately played Brian players that they got nothing going for them. Nigga will look me square in the eyeball. Snake edge, tear my legs up. I'm like, man, what the fuck, man? I wasn't even doing nothing. How did I not block this shit? How did I not block a fucking snake edge? The shit's like 30 frames or some shit. Nigga, that's like an unblockable. which it is. It becomes unblockable online. Cannot stop that shit. Trash. Okay? If you're running around with Asuka and you're doing a big ass sweep, trash. Okay? You run around with Lily, you're doing a big ass sweep, trash. You're garbage. You're running around with Ling doing sidestep 3, cancel 4, you're garbage. Okay? Just letting you know. Right off the box, right off the top, man. Y'all are trash. You run around, you got all the mix-ups in the world, and you want to start throwing? You're garbage. Straight trash. Dumpster diver ass niggas, man.
Oh my god.
Niggas be out in the streets, man. I be playing Leos. These niggas be doing the cheapest goddamn low they could think to do. Like, nigga, that shit is slow as fuck.
She has a big ass sweep too.
Big ass sweep, knock a nigga down. Like, come on, man. I can't even react to this shit. No, there ain't no getting no reactions up, nigga. Not offline. Offline, I be blocking them shits. Online, niggas be doing them shits all day. I be getting toe up. I be so fucking salty. And that's some shit that a nigga probably goddamn text my ass too. I hate it when I start catching on and I start beating a nigga ass for doing that cheap shit. And then them niggas send me a message like, yo nigga, all you wanna do is hot kick. Nigga, all you wanna do is go low. What the fuck you think I'm gonna do? What you thought it was? You think I'm supposed to duck and block that shit? That shit's not a mix-up. Down 4-1 Snake Edge is not a mix-up, okay? Online, this shit's a fucking mix-up. Straight trash. I ain't got no big-ass sweep. King ain't even got... That's the worst part. I be playing with King, and I be like, man, my big-ass low sweep so slow, you could block that shit by accident if you wanted to. That shit be coming out so slow. It's probably the slowest low move in the game. Then throws, it's okay with everybody else. With King, niggas expect you to throw. So them niggas is always moving, noobing, sweeping. They'll throw you first. That should be make a nigga super salty.
Oh man. Oh, so Mike, you ever get somebody with their microphone on that's talking shit while you're playing?
Hell no. Niggas will not be engaging in no kind of talk when I'm playing them.
I had that happen to me one time in Street Fighter 4.
Nigga was talking that shit to you?
He was mad. Like, it was a Honda player. I was playing Chun-Li. And so I was just,
He had a right to be.
stepping away from him.
Nigga was playing Honda.
He was trying to jump, and I just anti-aimed. And then, like, he got mad and was calling me a coward and stuff because I was running
Nigga,
away
you was
from
playing
him
with
and
Chun-Li.
stuff.
You was cheating like a motherfucker anyway. Chun-Li.
The
Chun-Li.
yeah.
Cheating
The
like a
black
motherfucker.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, you can use mics on Tekken. You can get in a goddamn party chat. I had niggas send me a goddamn that trash mail though. That is the worst. Niggas will send you some trash mail, hate mail.
Oh yeah.
Because you learned how to deal with their bullshit. That shit is the worst. That have the nigga actually steaming. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, man, this nigga here had the nerve to write to me. Nigga, don't even text me good games. You know you cheating like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Do not come in with no laggy tactics. And then you talking about good games. Nigga, I'm like to slap my PlayStation over if one nigga sent me good games. Nigga cheated me 20 games in a row. I said, whoa, nigga, that was not good games. What was you watching? What the fuck was you watching? This shit was trash games. Trash garbage records.
What was he supposed to send you?
Just go to the next opponent.
Nothing?
Don't send me shit.
Okay. I mean, hey.
Don't send me no shit talking about some, hey man, you gotta block low a little bit more. Nigga, I couldn't block that shit. Motherfucker, what you thought this shit was? If I could block that shit, I would have blocked it. But listen, man, I ain't finna stay on that all night, man. I'm getting worked up. Over here talking about this shit got me salty, Marty. Talking about it got me salty as fuck.
Hey, man. You do it to yourself. That's all I gotta say. Like, you choose to go online and play. I just don't play fighting games online, like, and that's the reason. I don't do it because I'm like, fuck that.
It's cool when you play people that'll play, the game pretty honestly with you, bro. But man, when you got niggas in there that just want to goddamn cheat, that junk is a whole. And it's different. Like if I play somebody and it's like, if you want to cheat, nigga, then play me in goddamn player match and try your cheating shit. Well, this shit don't matter that you're cheating me. I hate the idea that a nigga is trying to get ahead in life. And he want to cheat me to get ahead in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, in life, this nigga wants to cheat me. That's the type of nigga cut you off on the drive in the street, man.
Oh,
you saying that nigga see traffic all fucked up, you about to run into a wall, that nigga goddamn hit the brakes on you and make you crash or some shit, make you drive off the side of the road. Niggas, just all types of horrible individuals, man. Type of nigga will cut you off to get nowhere. This nigga will cut you off just so he can get in front of you and drive slow. Yeah, that's what kind of niggas these niggas are online, man. Shit is the worst shit.
That's way too funny.
So why don't y'all just have ATM where y'all can play each other on rank? I mean, niggas, we play for rank around here at some point in time. Yeah, but you ain't got to worry about that offline, you know what I'm saying? But you want to have more experience, especially in a situation. This is not like back in the day. In Tekken 5, and I think, Tekken 5 was the last Tekken that wasn't online. Back in the day of Tekken 5 and before, anything prior, you just had to play the people that were around you, and then you had to learn the game on your own, and then you go to tournaments, and you would figure out all the rest of the shit. Either your shit was good enough, and you would beat the brakes off of them, or they shit was some shit you never seen, and they'd probably beat the brakes off of you. But now, let me explain something to you, brother. We're living in the land of the internet, okay? Online. You'd be a fool not to at least dabble into online to get your knowledge of what people might like to do. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's trash, you'll know what people might like to do. You know it's going to tear your ass up, and then you know what to practice against. Unfortunately, some of that shit is cheating, okay? Some of it is straight cheating.
Oh, what's going on, Abstract? The KSU greater than East Point? Uh-oh.
Maybe online. Y'all got great online characters, dog. Great online characters. Shit. Oh, guess what, man? Oh, okay. A homegirl Toot bring me some dinner over, even though I already ate. Holla at your girl Toot. Thanks. Marty's favorite guest. Shit. But listen, man. Junk have a nigga so salty. I can actually feel like my blood pressure rising just thinking about this shit. This shit got a nigga hot. Alright, man, fuck this. We going on to the next subject, nigga. I cannot continue to talk about this shit. The other shit make a nigga salty as fuck is comeback mechanics. Okay? I try to deal with them. I try to live with them. But, Marty, do they really belong? You know what I'm saying? Are they really, why should I reward a nigga for getting his ass whooped? For being sorry as fuck? You know what I'm saying? These niggas that be doing these weak ass sweeps online, when I finally block them shits and tear a nigga up, he becomes stronger. I never seen no bullshit like that. Never seen no bullshit. You ever seen Mike Tyson in the ring punch a nigga so hard that a nigga knocks his ass out? The Hulk Hogan effect. That's what this shit is. Niggas is on Hulk Hogan effect, bro.
I thought everybody was in love with Dragon Ball bullshit or whatever. Like, when the Saiyans get beat up and they get stronger. I thought everybody liked that shit.
Hey, man, listen. That's cool for TV. That shit is not cool for video gaming, okay? Let me explain something to y'all, man. The idea that niggas get meter for you whooping their ass, why? They get meter for doing moves to you. They get meter for making you block some shit. And then you whoop their ass and they get meter. Okay? And this is not just in Tekken. This is in all these games. They don't be making no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at it in Street Fighter. I remember Street Fighter 4, they had this shit called fucking what's that shit? The Super Arts or some shit? You got
Ultra.
Oh yeah, you had your Ultra. Your super strong super that you got for getting your ass towed out the fucking frame. Like, you could not go around without having a super. Makes no sense. You got your ass whooped, you get a super. The nigga could legitimately do a super every single match. Every round.
Yeah.
Why? Why is a nigga getting rewarded for not being good at the game? Straight trash.
Oh, now, hold on. Your boy Abstract brings up an interesting point. He said, well, Mike, if you're already whooping them, then what's wrong with them getting a little bit of meter? You should just tear them out of the frame anyway.
Because niggas getting to do shit with meter that they can't do while I'm normally whooping their ass. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Why give a nigga an out? That nigga didn't even do anything to earn it. You know, I could understand if he make me block some shit and he get meter. I would almost rather a nigga whiff moves and get meter than a nigga gets meter when I whoop his ass. That just make a nigga so salty. Like, nigga, you didn't even press buttons and got a bar meter. Now I have to back off of you simply because you got get up and combo me for the rest of my life because you got extra damage and you got a meter that's going to interrupt my bullshit. That's normal. I'm sorry, your bullshit's going to interrupt my good shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a big ass steaming pile of goddamn ox doo-doo that you about to hit me with.
Bullshit.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get a nigga all the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then you got niggas with these supers. Like, I will say this. I've never really had an issue with supers except for in Tekken. But I feel like in Tekken they are done the fairest. So they are they're the ones I can least complain about. And I think it's just because they just haven't been in Tekken. And so I just got to get accustomed to them being in Tekken, and that's just part of the game. Because I don't really care about that shit. When I'm playing Street Fighter and a nigga do a super, I don't care if a nigga want to waste his super. I just don't like the fact that this motherfucker only has a super because he was sorry. Imagine if life worked like that. Like, nigga, I just gonna go to work and not do shit. And these niggas be like, oh, that nigga does nothing. Let's get him a raise. This nigga is garbage. Let's get him a pay raise. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna bump his position up. You know, why? What sense? If you put that into any other practical application, it would make no fucking sense.
Yeah.
That shit is straight trash. What's going on, Derek? Where you been, homie? You been getting that schoolwork done? Shit, man.
I so far as this combat mechanics go, I mean, I don't really like them very much. I abused it again in Street Fighter 4. It made the matchup with like anybody that shot fireballs who wasn't Guile infinitely easier with Chun-Li. It was like, I'll just absorb fireballs so I have Ultra and then they can't throw that shit anymore, and I'll just walk them down.
But so, see, like, I wouldn't even call that a combat, even though that was part of the combat mechanic. That I wouldn't call a combat mechanic because that would be no different than having like a move that absorbed fireballs. And you're actually putting yourself at risk.
Sure.
You know, that was just another portion of the game. You know what I'm saying? That was part, you know, just part of the mind game. However, when a nigga whoop your ass, Marty, when a nigga actually lands moves on you, I don't see why you're getting bar for that. Niggas, everybody can't be Hulk Hogan.
I mean, we talked about this a little bit before, but it's just a different climate, man. Like you've got people who don't really want to do that grind like that for fighting games in order to try to like learn how to make these comebacks and things like that. Because I mean, like that's when comebacks were comebacks. Like in those old games, like seeing a comeback was just sick because like you knew that person,
they defied all the odds.
Yeah, they defied all the odds and they just outplayed the other person because it's like they don't have access to any other resources. They don't have access to any kind of comeback mechanic. They literally just like, okay, it's time to hunker down on defense. I read this man. I punished this man. And I killed him.
I got him the fuck
up out when he almost got me the fuck up out.
Exactly.
And it's like, that shit was amazing. It's like, oh, I can't believe he made that comeback. Now, it's kind of like like comebacks to me now aren't that great because it's an engineered thing. Like it's just like, well, you can see that they're trying to produce comebacks.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, that's not exciting because you just have a formula to where you're just manufacturing them out of this game like it's a plant or something. Like I don't really want to see that. I want to see them happen organically. Like if a comeback's gonna happen, I want to see it happen.
Yeah, I want it to be because a person has outplayed to the T. You know what I'm saying? A nigga had the wherewithal to keep his senses in order, to not only just block appropriately or avoid appropriately, but then to also be consistent with continuing on their combo, their punishment, not allowing their nerves to throw them off track. Like nowadays, a nigga just because he was nervous, a nigga might win.
Yeah, like you know, the worst example of a comeback mechanic, like the biggest offender, I think, was Marvel 3, and the reason I think that was just because like
preach.
Fucking X Factor was the most ridiculously powerful comeback mechanic I have ever seen. Literally, people would get beat down to their last character, turn on X Factor, and wipe out the whole team. And I was just like, this is insane. Like, why would you want to ever see this shit? Like, that's not cool. This guy literally was beating this dude's ass. This dude hit all 4 buttons through a move and waxed this man's whole team.
Phoenix.
Waxed his whole team. Oh, and then Phoenix, yeah.
Oh, Phoenix is
definitely fine. Phoenix, oh man. That's a whole other problem.
Phoenix would have a nigga like Thanos. She come out there and the nigga just goddamn fade away. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck happened to that nigga there, dog? That nigga is gone. You know what I'm saying?
But see, Scott, like you probably have that perspective on it because you weren't really playing games competitively when they didn't have these comeback factors. I mean, like, we're definitely not saying that you know, Tekken Rage is anything like Marvel 3's X Factor. Like I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all. Like, if you're gonna have a comeback factor in it, Tekken did it way better than Marvel. But
way better.
Like way better than Marvel.
Way better.
But you said in Tag 2 it was X Factor before. Oh man. Well, Tag 2 was like its own little slew of problems, but yeah, it's nothing like Marvel 3's X Factor. But at the same time, you know, me and Mike are of similar mind. Like, why should you get some kind of reward or some kind of bonus for poor play? Like, if you're playing against an opponent, if you're playing against an opponent and they, are beating you or outplaying you, your comeback mechanic should be, okay, he's been doing this stuff to me
for the longest
time. Is there a pattern here? Can I block the next thing and maybe get back in this? You know, if I block him and launch him or something, or like catch on to his gameplay, not just like, well, now he's gonna be scared because I have an extra move and extra damage and stuff. So now his play is gonna be affected simply because of what I have available to me system mechanic wise. It's nothing that I'm doing as a player. It's just that he's aware of the threat that I could super him, or I got this increased damage, so he's really hesitant on swinging.
So Marty, what you saying is, because you sorry as fuck, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Got niggas hulking out.
Yeah.
Oh, that junk is trash. Straight trash, Marty. Like I said, you can't apply that to nothing else in life and that would make sense. No other practical application of that would make any kind of sense. I don't know why they made it. It don't make sense in this shit either. Okay, I guess it makes sense for the money though.
And see, that's the thing. You can't even say it's fighting game socialism because you're giving the person that's losing something that the person that's winning doesn't even have access to.
Yeah, I don't even have access to that.
Yeah, it's like, with socialism, we would put everything collectively in a pool and have access to it. But that's not what this is. You're literally just like, oh, he's losing, we'll just give him something like
charity.
a whole bunch of stuff extra. Yeah, it's literally just like charity.
It's charity.
It's literally fighting game charity.
Fighting game charity.
And
nigga, you was whooping his ass a little too much, player. Let's give him a chance.
Yeah.
You know, and it really, for the meter, that shit is the worst for me, because it's just like, dog, do you know what this motherfucker can do with meter, especially in this game? It applies in all games, really, but in this particular game, them folks who got meter, that's what makes them ridiculous. Why the fuck am I giving them meter for whooping their ass? I think there was some video up, like, if what's his damn name? Noctis, if he did his super. If he did his
if you do a super to someone with Noctis and you kill them, since the damage meter thing pops up or whatever, like the triple nines or the quad nines or whatever, you give them full meter for the next round because it counts as doing that much damage. So like they just get full meter next round. Yeah, that's really stupid. Like I don't know why that's a thing, but you know. Okay, so you disagree, Scott? You still feel pressure when you're playing from behind? Of course, because you have less life, you should feel that pressure. Like that's not going to change. So okay, you still have to place your rage drive well, and sometimes using it isn't even the best decision because you lose out on the extra damage. Yeah, so you just have a static amount of damage extra. You're more than 2 hits away from death usually because with Tekken 7 you get your rage so much sooner. At 20%, you can take a couple pokes at 20% life. Like you know,
you could
that
take
was
a
the
real
one
sorry
saving
combo at that level.
Yeah, you can. And it's like that was the one saving grace of the Tekken 6 when even the damage was outrageous. They at least were at 5%, so you literally could, like, if they ran in, you jabbed them, you could just kill them. Like they at least had that, you know, regardless of the insane amount of damage that you got per hit with the Tekken 6 rage. But in Tekken 7, that threat is ongoing from 20%. You can't just like poke them and just end it.
No, you might go for that poke and lose.
Yeah. You could, because if you go for that poke and they see it, let's say they super, well then you're going to hit them with the poke. They're going to get additional damage taken off. So that's more damage that you're going to take for the super. And you could very well lose off that shit. Like, very well. You see it happen quite often, actually. Got a lot of matches, so.
Yeah, I mean, they do add another angle, but, I mean, it's an artificial angle. I mean, like I said, if we were to take this into any account of anything else, if I was to tell you, listen, you know what, LeBron, you're doing so well out here in these streets that anytime you score over 10 points, you know what, we're just going to give the other team, you know, at the end of the game, we're going to give them, you know, 30 extra points.
Yeah. It's like, we're actually going to give them, let's say 60% of the points that you earn in this game. We're going to give that to the other team, you know, as a comeback. It's a comeback mechanic.
Yeah, comeback
so
mechanic.
Like, if you don't win by a certain amount, just know that 60% of your points are going to go to this team, and then you're going to lose. So
yeah. Now you could always outplay them. Now you can always outplay them, but for no reason at all, other than they was too sorry to beat you. They was too sorry to outthink you that round. You know, we got the ability for them to come back and make this shit exciting, and we're gonna throw slow mo on top of it.
Okay, so here's my question for the chat. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Specifically, I guess Scott is like Scott likes the rage mechanics and stuff. He likes the rage drives and stuff. So all right, what do you think that rage drives add to Tekken that would not be there otherwise? Like, what do you think positively that it adds? Yeah, rage automatically makes you play defense if you're beating somebody. Yeah, it really does. And like that's the argument I was making when we were comparing the rage things. I was like, it's even more so in Tekken 7 because the raw damage isn't there, but like it makes me hesitant to throw some pokes out because they could just armor through it and kill me.
You don't want a nigga to goddamn do that bullshit to you.
Yeah, and so it's like, well, that makes me more hesitant and makes me go on defense, even though, the position I had was a dominant position, but it forces me to play a little tentatively. So, because Master Raven's 15 frame launcher wouldn't be there without rage. Oh, I guess
They would just probably give her a move that was
Right.
that covered that base.
Yeah.
I will say this. Listen, I understand why they put it in there, and like I said, especially in a game like Tekken, it is the most fair combat mechanics of all the combat mechanics that are out there. The way they currently have it, as opposed to it don't take massive damage from you.
I actually think kind of think Street Fighter 4 is a little more fair in some aspects.
That might be true. That's an argument that can be made.
Because really, the only thing that you get in Street Fighter 4 is a super. But I mean, it's a super. Like, it's going to be invulnerable a little bit most of the time, and it's going to maybe be good for like one situation, but it's still like, okay, you don't get extra damage per hit or anything. It's just like I have to land the super in order for my combat mechanic to be worth anything.
Yeah.
And it's still a super, so I can still just like get it blocked or whatever. Like it's.
I would argue that that's actually very reasonable. That's very reasonable.
Yeah, I mean it's just a super.
Yeah.
So.
The rage drives, like I said, I'm not particularly against the rage drive. I would think that if they did just the rage drives without the supers, it wouldn't be such a horrible thing for the combat mechanic. But the combat mechanic is still there. The essence of I got to worry about this motherfucker doing something that normally they can't do simply because I whooped their ass.
Yeah.
Like, good example being, let's say even with King, right? Well, folks don't worry about King having a real quick mid launcher that's gonna be safe. Mm-hmm. So
he only gets that if he's been getting his ass.
Yeah, he's only getting that if his ass whooped. Or when they lay on the ground, only thing they're thinking about is possibly getting ground thrown for a lot of damage, and they could possibly take the ground throw. Mm-hmm. But when that blue shit is around, when the red rage is around, now they got to get up into situations that normally they could lay on the ground, but simply because I put them in rage, they put me in rage. Now they got a whole set of circumstances to worry about that was not in the game before. So it really doesn't matter what the combat mechanic is. The fact that the combat mechanic, in my opinion, is given to you solely because you weren't good enough, I don't feel like that should be how it should rock. I don't mind that you get stuff. Like, I probably wouldn't mind supers if everybody had a super bar in Tekken. You had to earn your super. It was only by doing hits, making people block, and that was it. Maybe then I would say, you know what? I wouldn't really mind the rage art system so much. Because I know you had to build it up. You had to use your meter management and whatnot. However, the idea that I beat your ass and now you're going to win this match because you got up and panicked and did a move that I shouldn't even have to wait for because your ass is getting whooped. It's like all of a sudden we was in a boxing ring. Then all of a sudden you pulled the shotgun out and shot me because I forgot that you was Ric Flair, dirtiest player in the game. You know what I'm saying? Worst shit ever.
Oh yeah, Rage technically started in Tekken Tag 1, but so far as like the one-on-one games, it started in 6. But yeah, it started in Tag 1 actually. There was a rage system, like if your character was getting beat up, then your partner would go into a rage mode. So when they came in or whatever, for a few seconds or whatever, they would get access to it. But even then, it was on a time constraint. And then so if your defense was good, or like you did what most people did in Tag 1, just run away from your opponent, then that shit wore off, and then you could fight him again or do whatever you wanted to do. So yeah, but yeah, Rage technically started in Tag 1, and then Tag has always had a weird raid system because it's based on the people you pick and whether they have a good relationship with each other or not. And so like if the characters like each other, then you have access to raids a lot, and then if they don't, then you don't have access to it as much. So yeah. So Truth has an idea to balance it. Instead of rage arts doing damage based on how much life you've lost, they should do damage depending on how much damage you have done to your opponent. Okay, so you think the more damage you've done to them, the more damage it should do? I mean, that would get rid of that
would get rid of certain things, but I don't know
certain reward.
I don't know that would even be a comeback mechanic. I mean, that would just be like, I'm gonna hop kick you and do this combo, and I'm gonna do this combo again. It's gonna take more damage. Mm-hmm. I'm only gonna get stronger by the. I guess that's a way to make it be fair that everybody would have it. I think your matches. I actually don't think people would like that because if.
Well, I mean, the only thing I see it doing is you would have like a sort of like.
You'd have a divide because some characters would have long ass combos that do a whole bunch of hits. Where other characters might take the same damage off you initially, but only do 3-4 hits.
Like Paul doing 3 hits into a death fist or something.
And then he might take the same health, but now for some reason your hop kick, jab, take as much as me doing fucking hop kick, death fist into a running wall, death fist into a wall combo because prior to that you did a long ass combo. I don't know that. I guess there would be some kinks to work out with that, but maybe that might be something that they could put into it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely an interesting thing to think about. It definitely would, and that would actually that's an interesting way to look at it because that would definitely avoid the situation that we dislike the most, which is you get somebody there, in rage or whatever, and then you can't stay on top of them because at this point it's well, let's say I'm beating this person's ass, I got them in rage, and they only hit me with a couple jabs or a couple pokes or something. Well, it's I don't care if they super me at this point because I ain't gonna do anything. Now it's well, if they super me, it's gonna take 40 or 50% of my life.
Get me the fuck all the way.
Yeah, it's gonna get me the fuck out, and then all they gotta do is hit me one other time, and then do a short little combo, and I'm dead. So that would fix that problem.
True enough.
So I mean, it's kind of interesting. You'd have to work with the damage scaling, I guess, a little bit, just to make sure it didn't get too crazy, but. Slow-mo. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about slow-mo. Slow-mo sometimes is really disorienting in situations where the person doesn't die from it, but the slow motion happens and then they just get hit, and the next situation setup is oh, what the fuck was I doing?
I think I don't even really mind it's only one thing about slow-mo I feel is cheap, and that's when that shit slow down and you realize, I was not going to press all the rest of these buttons, but I'm about to counter hit the person. I'm pressing off the rest of everything, and then that junk definitely gets the kill. I'll give you a good example. When I do fucking down both kicks, when I do alley kicks with that boy King, slow mo crank up. I'm pressing all the fucking kicks in. You getting all of this damage. You know what I'm saying? Where I was just gonna do one kick, I'm doing all of them shits. I think that shit's actually pretty trash.
How about instead of it being a rage art, changing it to crush mode, where you activate it and it lasts for 5 seconds with the same properties as power crushes? I don't want that.
What you mean, all your moves would be like power crush moves?
That's what it sounds like, and
that'd be rough one right there, brother.
I don't want nobody having no power crushing electric.
Oh yeah.
They kill my get me the fuck up out there.
King Bat One Power Crush?
No. No.
That might be a problem, brother. I don't know if you want to eat. I don't know if you want to bite from that goddamn fruit right there. That shit will definitely have you choking, brother.
It's kind of wild. I don't know about that one either.
But the Rage Arts Rage Drives make the game different. If they don't have all that stuff with Tekken, it just be Tekken 6, better graphics and screw attacks instead of bound combos.
I mean, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's not a horrible thing.
But I mean, that's from our perspective. Like from Derek's perspective, it's like well, that's boring because it's just like the same game again. And I understand that. Like I do. I get that.
I'm actually not. I don't have a problem with the Power Crush system as much as I think the idea that what people I think really hate about Supers is like one, that is one button, and then two,
it's an armor move that does huge damage. Like if somebody power crushes you, I mean you're gonna take like maybe 7 to 10% depending on the move, I guess. But it's like
unless it's wrong, then they get a full ass combo.
Well, yeah, all right, but you know most characters I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you're not gonna really be eating that much damage. But a super, when somebody's at low life and they armor through your move to where they got like a pixel left, they're getting you up out of there with the move.
They might be taking you all the way the fuck out.
Yeah, that's it.
Over
you're done.
What's going on, Joe? What's happening with you, homie? And I mean, like I said, Tekken, they did all of this stuff the most fair. So it's like it's really hard to complain about what they did because in other games, them shits would you just get toe up doing them shits. You know, somebody did them shits, you'll just get toe out the frame.
All right, let's see how. Alright. See, Derek, so far as the power crushes go, that's kind of what one of my issues with them is that I don't like is it does just get people out of stuff. Like in normal situations, they would have to like just be a solid fighting game player and block. It's like, but now they're just gonna do a move that's gonna get them up through my move and hit me in the face.
There are caveats to that because they do have like, if I'm afraid of that shit, then I can get this low move up off you. And no matter what the low is, if it connects first before you connect with your armor move, then it won't matter that you tried to mash your way out of some shit. You're only gonna get counter hit anyway. Yeah. And the other thing about it is, you still have to have the frames to activate it.
True. Yes.
So, like I said, Tekken definitely did it the most fair. But
here's something you won't like. This is what Ash had a power crush AOP moves with the crush move.
Sim's face.
I know you don't like that. Oh man. Let's see. That's so funny. Oh man.
Oh, that's what's up, Joe.
Backlash, yeah. I mean, well, wrong power crushing is just stupid. Like
it's like they try to justify it because he can only do it out the stance. Man, fuck that shit. You know how much shit he can do out the goddamn stance?
Exactly. That's the same way I feel about it. It's just like there's no justifying that. There's just not. But I mean, that's kind of the problem that you run into when you're trying to make a game. Or you're making a game series. You know, you have to make your games different or you won't attract any new blood. So, I mean, I can understand the struggle that they have, you know, trying to, you know, develop new subsystems and then trying to keep things, you know, interesting and involved for, you know, for all the people playing and trying to draw in, you know, new people. Like, I get that. So,
yeah, it ain't. Like I said, it's not the worst shit a nigga's ever experienced in his life. I just wish I didn't have to deal with that shit. But it's better than what it could be. Some shit, they could be having invincible super moves that once they tech roll, you couldn't touch them. Imagine if all super moves were like DPs in this game. The EXDP. That shit would be super trash. You'd be doing 1-2 string, nigga, do your goddamn super in between it. Oh, that would make a nigga super salty.
Somebody had a question asking what do we think about I think V-Trigger and the Supers in Soul Calibur 6.
I don't know about the Supers in Soul Calibur 6. I didn't really play it. I hadn't followed it much. V-Triggers, once again, it's in that same vein of combat mechanic. Some of them V-Triggers are super cheap. DP Dragon Punch, that's from Street Fighter.
Yeah. It basically refers to any kind of like
invulnerable move.
Yeah, any kind of invulnerable reversal or something that you could do.
Mm-hmm. DP also could be Donkey Punch or double penetration. But we
it can be those.
We're not on those subjects right now. You know what I'm saying?
No, but yes, it can.
Derek, if you're at school and a chick say she can't wait for you to come over and DP her, she is not talking about playing Street Fighter. Okay, so just be ready for that. Okay. Anyway.
But let's see. So far as Soul Caliburs go, that's the one thing I didn't like when I played Soul Calibur 6. Because it's a one-button junction just like it is in Tekken. But the supers in that game are like ultra fast. Like I know Sean Walls is like 6 frames. So I literally was just like stepping around and somebody would swing. I was just like, hit that shit and take half your life off. And I was like, that's ridiculous. Like this should not.
The way of the macro is coming.
Yeah.
It's coming.
So I mean that's a one-button junction just like that. So I don't really like that. I don't really like how they're having to add supers to everything. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, do something like a DOA. DOAs is actually really balanced because you have to hit them with like a blockable like 40 frame move or whatever in order to get your super off. So you really plus you have to be at like half life or lower in order to do it. So like you're not gonna get your super off unless you actually land a stun combo on somebody that's gonna allow you to charge up and be able to hit them with it. I mean, like, you're not going to hit it raw ever. It's just not going to happen. So, like, but Soul Calibur's being like 6 frames, like, that shit is.
Shoot, Astro is 1 frame.
Yeah, he has a 1 frame grab.
1 frame. Let me tell you about King with a 1 frame throw. Y'all would not hear me complain about no supers. I'd be all about that shit then. 1 frame? Nigga, that shit on hit sometimes is negative 1 frame.
I mean, I've already played a competitive game where characters have 1 frame moves, and it drove me crazy. So, you know.
And they actually had to do motions.
Smash Man, no, it's down B. Smash Melee.
Oh.
Boss and Falco have a 1 frame invulnerable startup move. That's jump cancelable. The stupid reflector. And they get huge combos off of it. Like, that shit drove me insane. I was like, why is this move 1 frame? Like, I literally can't stand next to him and do anything without getting killed. So, I mean, I've already been through that. So I don't really want to go through that again. I truly don't. I truly don't want to go through that again. So, gear throws are 1 or 2 frames startup or whatever.
Just imagine that shit. Well, you do anything.
So it's Marvel 3. So Marvel 3 has 1 frame throws.
You jab, you get your ass supered. You do a 1-2. Oh, that shit's -2. Super. Nigga can only do frame advantage moves.
Yeah, which is even riskier in Soul Calibur because you can get parried as well. If you're doing a slow move,
wow.
You just get parried and you get put at frame disadvantage anyway. And so then it could run up to you and you might try to parry them back or something, and that's when you eat the 1 frame throw. Because he's in your face, so you can't do it.
And it's 1 button.
And it's 1 button.
Wow, man.
Oh my god.
Alright, well, with that, that shit right there, that took it out of me, brother. That took it out of me right there, man. Fuck this shit.
Did it.
That did it right there, man. We're gonna get ready to bring things to a close, but before we do, Marty, you want to tell them about what we got planned with the Twitter page?
Oh, yeah. So guys, we're going to start using the Twitter page for a few things. If you have any questions or anything that you might, any subjects you might want to talk about on the show or whatever, or any kind of concerns or anything, just feel free to hit us up on Twitter. It's down there at Let's Talk Tuesday.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we're gonna be putting various polls up and stuff like that. We'd love to hear your feedback or anything like that. Either me or Mike will answer. And just feel free to leave us a line on that, and
make sure y'all follow, man. Make sure y'all catch that follow.
Yeah, and then we'll have various contests, and maybe like some point down the line a giveaway, or like
still got that Sims jacket.
Have people on the show. Yeah, we still got Sims jackets.
Yeah, if you want to contact us through Let's Talk Tuesday, always a good way to contact us.
Definitely.
We're gonna have the polls up. We got a poll up right now that you can go take part in. Just trying to make the show a little bit more interactive, so y'all can get to know us. Our opinions about stuff.
Man said, give Brian a
outside.
Front jet upper one frame stuff.
Hey man,
Stop it, or
it's coming. It's coming down the term. It's coming down the pike, brother. But yeah, it's just trying to be more interactive with you guys. Get your mind on what you wanna, what discussions you would like to see. Put your input in on it. So. Listen, we be over here racking our brain trying to come up with stuff to talk about. Y'all find some interesting stuff, you can post it up. Maybe we can have some good discussion about it and, move on from there. Keep this thing tight knit, help it grow.
Yeah, Clarice is a character that you're thinking about, Abstract, and she has a one frame low in Arcana Heart, but she doesn't really have an overhead to mix you up. Well, she kind of does, but it's kind of slow. Because she can Tiger Knee one of her air slashes, and she can make it an overhead. So that move is actually really dumb, but because it's a one frame load. But yeah. So yeah, with that,
I guess we'll be calling this thing a night. I appreciate y'all coming out as usual. Y'all know to check in with your boy M.I. Sizzle, and your boy Marty. You know what I'm saying? We've been having a great time with y'all out here in the streets. I'm gonna leave y'all with a little words of wisdom right quick. You know what I'm saying? Only the realest of all the real, you know what I'm saying, could give you such wisdom that I'm about to let you partake in right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't know, they don't have the pleasure of getting this knowledge that I'm about to give y'all. Knowledge about to be dropped. Uncanny knowledge. So I can find out how to get back to it. I had no idea.
You guys want to be on the show? Abstract and Darius?
They say they want to be on the show?
Yeah. They want to be on the show.
Hey, we can make plans for that to happen. We are trying to get establish a little portion, talking about getting to know the people of the FGC in Atlanta. So
yep, we are trying to get that segment. So you guys could be two of the first on that segment.
Most definitely. Well, I look like I can't drop that knowledge because I don't know how to get back to it.
Look, Sim's jacket is so magical. I'm pretty sure. Like, if you tried to put it on, it would just adjust to your size.
Yeah, it's like the Venom suit.
Yeah, it's like the symbiote.
You know what I'm saying? Symbiote.
The symbiote.
Boom.
Yeah, oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Put the symbiote on a nigga up.
Awful joke.
But I guess I can't find that word of wisdom.
Thank God.
Listen, man, I don't know why you hating on that boy Norm the Storm, dog.
Look, man. Because that shit he was saying was ridiculous. Nonsense.
It was, but until next time, y'all, appreciate y'all coming out.
Definitely.
And it's been a great time. See you later. Peace.
Peace.
Don't do it. Don't take off. It is taking all that damn day. There we go.